Alright, and with that, should be live. So, I say should be live. Hopefully that actually... I can never tell when the delay starts or stops, but... hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're doing a new game. We're doing Resident Evil 4 instead of Banjo this time. I figured it'd be nice to mix things up and play multiple games instead of just one. Resident Evil 4 I picked because, well, it's Resident Evil 4. And the other one being, it's getting a remake soon, and the remake looks pretty incredible. If you haven't watched the trailer for it, watch the trailer for the remake and buy it. It looks fantastic. But it doesn't come out until next year, so I figured might as well just play the original game. I want to go ahead and start with two things. Sorry that the audio in Banjo-Kazooie Part 2 wasn't working. I should have tested it before going live, so that's my bad. And I also haven't streamed these last 2 weeks because I was busy on both of those Wednesdays. One Wednesday I was actually working on getting this damn thing working again. My Steam Deck, I put Windows on it, and I wanted to make it dual bootable, but I got the 64 gig model, so doing that was kind of a not possibility. So I got a new SSD put in here, and then I had to delete all of my stuff and put it all back, and it took over a week to do that, and I'm still not even done. There's still some things on here that aren't here yet or aren't working right with this dual boot setup, but most things are working as they should. So that was one Wednesday. And then the other Wednesday had like a personal day with some buddies, so I figured that was more important than streaming to an audience of 2 or 3 people at most. But with that said, I'm actually streaming midday. I've got the place to myself, so there shouldn't be any background noise or interruptions. That's the reason why I streamed at 9 on Wednesdays of all days, was because of that. But now, since I've got basically all day in the house, not only will this stream be during the day, it also might be a bit longer. We'll just go until I just don't feel like playing anymore. But yeah, with all that said, we'll get the game up and running. To note as well, we are also playing the fan-made HD remaster mod. This came out, I think towards the end of last year? I'm not sure entirely. I'm making sure that everything's being captured properly. Appears that way. I forgot. I can't see chat. I should probably get that out. But yeah, we're playing the fan-made mod that just makes the PC version of the game way prettier. And there's also settings such as an FOV slider and other little quality of life improvements such as, like that. If you probably noticed in the top left it said press F1 for the tweaks, and that's where you can mess with those settings. I believe I've already got everything set up the way I want it to be, but I can show that off once we get into the game. You can give me just a moment to pull up chat on here just in case anybody in here talks, which I doubt it, but never know. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 is probably like one of the best games ever made, not exaggerating. And it's definitely one of my favorite games I've ever played. The game is just... It's one of those games where no matter how many times you've played it, or whatever mood you're in, you can stop and play that opening sequence once again. Like, there's just... It's just that good. You just want to keep playing it. I've got chat open on my phone, but my phone is also dying, so actually looking at it might be a pain. I'm still gonna have it up, but... Alright, I think we should be good to go. We should be able to just hop in and start playing now. Oh yeah, something I actually discovered when I bought the PC version for the first time is there's an easy mode. I believe this easy mode... Oh, mouse is on the screen. I believe this easy mode was Japanese exclusive for a long time, because if you've played the console versions, you know there's normal mode, and then after you beat the game, you unlock professional. Here, there's normal and easy at the start, and then you unlock professional. I don't remember what else different about easy mode besides one thing. You start with the shotgun, which is odd considering you get it right away anyway, so I don't know why they would give it to you at the beginning. But I believe, it's the general enemies do less damage and such. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to comment on... I love Resident Evil 4 so much that I own almost every single version. Let's see, I've got it on the GameCube, I've got it on the Wii, I got it on PS4, Switch, 360, I got the PC version. This is the Steam release. I also have the older PC version. I had it on the iPod Touch. Let's see, what else? What other versions did I have? Oh, I've got... One second, I'll grab it. I've got this. This is a demo disc of Resident Evil 4. I don't remember the actual release for this. I don't remember if this was a kiosk-only thing, like the interactive game media discs, or if this is something that you would actually get if you bought something, like a special promotion. The reason why this is cool is because it actually has an early beta build of Resident Evil 4 on it, with different inventory, UI, even the voices are different. Like the Ganado sound different. Leon is the same voice actor, but the lines are different. Like you can tell it's early takes. But this is super cool. And there's a Japanese version of this demo too that I hope to get one day because it's also different. It's actually a slightly later beta build. But yeah, and then of course when the remake comes out, I'm buying it on PlayStation and PC. It's gonna be great. Kind of looking forward to it. You only played Village. If you've only played Village, you'll love the Resident Evil 4 remake, because Village took a lot of things from Resident Evil 4, the original actually, and of course the remake is going to have similar mechanics of this game and those earlier remakes that we've gotten. And those remakes, of course, are on the same engine as Village and 7.
1998. I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains. Soon after,
this just sums up basically the events of Resident Evil 1 through 3
viral experiment conducted by the
to get the non-Resi people up to speed.
Umbrella.
I actually monologued this for a theater class.
Broke out in a nearby mountain community, Raccoon City, and hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow crippling its very foundation. Not taking any chances, the President of the United States ordered a contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City. With the whole affair gone
this
public,
game, while it may be the fourth in the series, it's not required that you play the rest of the games. Because really the only ties to the earlier Resi games is Leon and a couple other characters. Oh, I had to sneeze. Because it is a mostly original story with not too much needed from background. It's just, if you want to know where Leon came from. If you want to know where Leon came from, play Resident Evil 2 Remake. That's also a fantastic Resident Evil game. I love that game.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the
Unfortunately, there's no subtitles, so I'll try not to talk over it too much.
Of protecting the new president's family.
Why am I the one who always gets the short end of the stick?
You, who are you really? Come on and tell us. You are a long way from home, cowboy. You have my sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this is all about. My assignment is to search for the president's missing daughter.
What? All by yourself?
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
So I hope the audio is good enough.
Oh, you crazy American. It's a direct order from the chief himself. I tell you, it's no picnic.
I'm counting on you guys.
I love this take on Leon. The remake, I'm looking forward to him there as well, because it seems like they kept some of the, like this cool guy Hollywood dude, but also, like, he's also more, I guess, realistic, down to earth in the remake from the little bits that I've seen. God, I'm so looking forward to this game's remake. I was like super
It was right
disappointed
before
at
I was to
first,
take
but
on
now
my
I'm
duties
hyped.
of protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted. That's the ultimate reason I'm in this lonely and rural part of Europe. According to our intelligence, there's reliable information about a sighting of a girl that looks very similar to the president's daughter. Apparently, she's being withheld by some unidentified group of people. Who would have thought that my first job would have been a rescue mission?
It's freezing. So cold all of a sudden. Must be my imagination. Sorry it took so long.
Don't you love that this police car, quote unquote, is just like a regular ass sedan?
Just up ahead is the village.
I'll go and have a look around.
We'll stay and watch that car. Don't want to get any parking tickets.
Right.
Parking tickets.
Good luck.
Jeez, who are these guys?
Did you say something?
I know so much of the dialogue in this game that I could just, say it along with them.
Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission.
Loud and clear.
Oh, okay, these scenes
Somehow
have
I thought you'd be
subtitles,
a
so that's
little
good.
older. So the
So it's not a
subject's
big deal
name's
if I talk
Ashley
over
Graham,
these.
right?
That's right. She's the daughter of the president. So try to behave yourself, okay?
Whoever this group is, they sure picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
I'll try to find some more information on my end as well.
Good. Talk to you later. Leon out.
Alright, and we're in the game. This is Resident Evil 4. And again, this is the community-made HD mod, which is mainly just improved textures, improved models. It makes the game a lot prettier. And you can turn up the field of view, which I have done. As you can see, there's a lot more real estate on the left and right sides of the screen. Which, it just looks a lot nicer when you're playing on like an HD gaming monitor. But yeah, this is the game that defined third-person shooters for a long time. And it's also the game that single-handedly changed the Resident Evil franchise forever. And no doubt, can understand why just by playing it. There are so many things in this game that, it's kind of like Ocarina of Time, where, there's just so many elements that are small, but, other games in the future would use, just because it was so impactful. This scene. This cutscene.
Excuse
me.
Sir? I was wondering if you might recognize the girl in this photograph.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? Lárgate, cabrón!
Sorry to have bothered you. Freeze. I said freeze! Then we pop him in the head. Alright, so, Leon walks into this guy's house with his gun drawn, peeking around the corners and shit. And then when he sees the guy, he walks up to him and tries to talk to him. And the guy, instead of turning left to look right at him, decides to do a full 360 to look at Leon.
Shit.
Is everything okay?
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize him. There are still others surrounding the area.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
And for some reason he had handgun ammo. I'm actually going to check around a lot of the things I don't normally check because for Let's Play material. Oh yeah, I forgot. Resident Evil 4 also has a VR version on Oculus Quest. It's unfortunate that it's exclusive to Oculus Quest because I'm pretty sure everybody hates Facebook / Meta or whatever the hell they want to call themselves nowadays. But the Quest version also did censor some things. Like, some dialogue was cut because it was sexist. I don't want to get too into it, but it's really stupid. It just makes some dialogue awkward. What we're doing now is basically the main strat for combat. You shoot them in the head, you melee them, and then when they're on the ground, knife them while you can. Saves on ammo. Also, I believe this is one of the, I think, if not the first Capcom game to have what's it called? Adaptive difficulty. So, say you're like me and you've played this game a bunch and you're doing super well. Well, the enemies will actually get more aggressive and ammo will become harder to find. But say you're just absolute dog water at this game. You're getting hit, you're getting killed, you're running out of ammo constantly. You know, things like that. The game will actually get easier to compensate. The game will start throwing you bones. It'll start giving you more grenades, more bullets. Enemies will get slower and less aggressive. They'll do less damage, things like that. Other Resident Evil games in the future would do this, and they've gotten better and better about hiding it for the most part. But if you play this game on professional, that is turned off, and the game will always be at its hardest setting. And that's how the later Resident Evil games would do their hard modes as well. Also, I guess what would be the best... Hold on, I'm turning my heater off. What would be the best way to play Resident Evil 4 nowadays would be this fan-made HD mod, but it is quite hefty. I think it's like 30 gigs or more than that, possibly. But the best official way is just the modern re-releases. Yeah, here's one of the lines that got changed in the Quest version. Instead of saying, guess there's no sex discrimination here, they cut that, and it just says, better find her fast. I don't know how that's considered sexist. It's like, it's Leon commenting that even the women in this village get, you know, murdered. I don't really feel like that's sex discrimination. I feel like that's just a comment that these guys can be pretty ruthless. Anyway. But yeah, the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch releases are pretty good. I mean, it's just Resident Evil 4, but on modern platforms. I'm actually playing the game with a 360 controller. I do have like another PC controller that I prefer, but it's just easier to whip out a 360 controller and use this. Alright, now we're getting to where things are gonna heat up.
Leon, how you holding up?
Bad question, Hunnigan.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sending you a playing manual. Hope you find it useful.
I'll take a look at it, thanks.
Alright, we got one of these earlier, but I didn't look at it because, well, I obviously know how to play the game. We do have some other files, I guess, we can take a look at. Oh, I didn't comment on this. This is the inventory system, the attaché case. I fucking love this. It's weird that one of my favorite things in this game is the inventory, but it's so well done. It's like, I guess, kind of playing like Tetris, like trying to organize everything and keep it all nice, and it's just so satisfying to move things around and like, again, get it organized the way you like it. This is the way I generally do it at the start. I keep healing items at the bottom, ammo on the right, grenades next to the handgun, and the shotgun when we get it will be down here. I'm sure there's better ways of doing it, but that's the way I always do it. She's 20. I actually didn't know how old she was. Kidnapped by an unidentified group while on her way home from her university. The kidnapper's motives are still unknown, although there's reliable information that the perpetrator is an insider. Only a handful of people know about this kidnapping. It's been kept under wraps mostly due to the fact we can't determine who the traitor is. The guys in intelligence say they have reliable information that Ashley's been sighted somewhere in Europe. But until we find out who the insider is, I don't know what to believe. It could be a ploy. We have very few leads to the whereabouts of Ashley, but members of the Secret Service and anyone else related to Ashley are being questioned by an investigative team. Even active agents are being investigated for any information. It's just a matter of time before the kidnapper is exposed. Ah, there was something I missed. There was an optional cutscene. You can go check out the van after it got knocked off the bridge. Because that's what happened earlier. Sorry, forgot about that. This is another optional cutscene where you can look through the binoculars. You don't have to do this, but if you do, this is what you see. Of course, you can look around some, but that's really the main thing to look at. So, we're just going to rush to the shotgun, which is what I always do in the village section, and I'm going to show you what I do here, which is a strat that most people would frown upon, probably, but if you want to save time, ammo, and health, this is what you should do. I don't see this working in the remake, though, but
Why are these people?
I imagine the remake will change the way the AI works here, so you can't exploit them the way I'm about to.
Chainsaw. Shit. Son of a...
Gonna put this in the way. We got some stuff down here to grab, and then we're gonna get the shotgun and get the hell out of here. So the only reason to be in here is for the shotgun. If there's too many openings, this is not a good place to set up camp. Here it is. Good old reliable. Yeet. This is what we'll be doing. We're going to sit in this back room where there's only one entrance, and every time they open this door, we're going to blast them to fucking Kingdom Come with the shotgun. We got 16 shells and 2 frag grenades. That should be enough to kill the chainsaw guy, which is the reason why we're doing this. Because he can one-shot kill you. Everybody else isn't that big of a threat. But yeah, the game looks just... all the textures in this fan remaster are in just such high quality. Like, it's way less blurry, more clear, there's more details. Yeah, but every time you blast them, the door slams shut like that. So, you can just do this over and over. I know it's not very entertaining gameplay, but if you didn't know this was possible and you struggled for some reason in the opening section of Resident Evil 4, this is what I always do. When we get an opening, I'm going to throw a grenade out there, which should help a lot. There's still a lot of walking around out there. I don't know if I can get away with it. No, I can do it. There we go. Yep. And also this door's in metal, too. The other doors in this village are wooden, so they break when the chainsaw guy attacks it, but this one just opens instead of breaking. So again, can abuse that. I also wanted to comment, I love Leon's jacket. This leather jacket I always thought was so cool. Like, I want this jacket in real life. I believe there is, like, cosplay versions of this jacket, but I don't know if they're as nice or how expensive they are. But, like, that's just such a good winter jacket. I'd love to have that. That guy's running toward me. Alright, we're good. Chainsaw guy died. This is another thing that I swear is different per version of the game. When the chainsaw guy dies, Dr. Salvador, in the PC version and other later releases, the scene automatically ends. But in the GameCube and Wii version, and I think PS2 as well, it doesn't matter if the chainsaw guy dies. You have to survive the full time. Where's everyone going? Bingo? I mean, obviously, the impact of the shotgun, you know, that blast, that force of wind, you know, just slams the door shut.
Hunnigan,
I have some bad news. I've confirmed the body of an officer. Something's happened to the people here.
Leon, you need to get out of there. Look for a tower and follow the trail near it.
Got it.
Alright, so now, since we just camped out, now we can loot the village. This is another reason why I do this strat. It's because now that we camped out here and killed everybody, now we can loot the village without being attacked. Because there are other buildings and stuff we can search to get some items. Oh yeah, since I ran out of ammo and I was using grenades, now I'm not holding any weapons at all. And when you're like this, you actually run slightly faster. So, we're going to stay like this for a little bit to loot the village quicker. It's also kind of fun running around without a weapon, because you don't get to do this very often. Oh, yellow herb. Once we get done looting this area, I'm going to show off another mechanic of this game that I really like, and it has to do with the inventory. It's actually the healing mechanic. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, in terms of controls, this does still use tank controls. So, like, moving the right stick left and right doesn't turn you, it only turns the camera, and there's no strafing. If you hold left, you turn left. Which could be probably a turn-off for, like, newer players. But I promise you, the tank controls in this game are not near as bad as the older Resident Evil games on the PlayStation 1. It's way easier to get used to because the game is in third person. It's a learning curve at first, but it doesn't take long to get used to this. I swear it does not. Because, again, I hate the tank controls and fixed cameras of the early Resident Evil games. Call me a cynic, but I never really liked them. And I know that's pretty ludicrous to say, because, like, you know, those games are such classics and yada yada. Like, yes, they're great games, but I don't like the fixed cameras and tank controls there. I always get confused on where I'm going. I never really got used to it. And I would always get hit or run into enemies that I couldn't see because of the camera angles. But in this game, I don't have that problem because it's in third person. It just makes sense. Like, this works better for me. Have another note. Alert order. Recently, there has been information that a U.S. government agent is investigating the village. Do not let this American agent get in contact with the prisoner. For those of you who are not informed, the prisoner is being held in an old house beyond the farm. We will transfer the prisoner to a more secure location in the valley when we are ready. The prisoner is to stay here until further notice. Stay there until further notice. Meanwhile, do not let the American agent near the prisoner. We do not know how the American government found out about our village, but we are investigating. However, I feel that this intrusion at this particular time is not just a coincidence. I sense a third party other than the U.S. government involved here. My fellow men, stay alert. Chief, which way is Mendez? A.K.A. the Big Cheese. I believe we've gotten everything. Actually, did we climb up here? I'm already forgetting what I haven't done. We haven't climbed up here yet. Some loot up here. You would think, also on your first playthrough, that sitting up here would be a great idea. Don't. I remember doing it, and, like, I'm pretty sure the villagers will throw shit at you if you sit up there, like Molotovs and stuff, and you'll catch on fire, so you can't just sit up there. Okay, that's only open in the mercenaries. Okay, believe gotten everything. Man, there's 3 people in here. I think we've hit max capacity. There's no way we can get more than 3 people. Alright, this place has a very interesting glitch that I wonder if it's been fixed in this fan mod that I'm playing. It's a glitch that will help you a shit ton, though. So, originally Resident Evil 4 ran at 30 frames per second. And this is important because a lot of mechanics in Resident Evil were tied to the frame rate. And the HD versions bumped the frame rate to 60. The issue is, when they did that, certain things broke. The 2 things that I know for sure broke is enemy aggressiveness and chickens. And since the game is 60 FPS, enemies are twice as aggressive and make decisions twice as fast. They didn't account for that. So certain enemies in this game are way harder to deal with. Mainly the dogs, and we'll see that later. The dogs, God, I hate the dogs. The other thing is chickens. Chickens will occasionally lay eggs, and again, since the frame rate is doubled and they didn't account for it, chickens lay eggs twice as often. So sometimes you walk into this area and there's eggs everywhere. So you can stock up on healing items or projectiles, depending on what you like. And the healing mechanic thing I wanted to mention, by the way, is the herbs. There's 3 different colors, and when you mix them together like I just did, it increases their potency. Green herbs only heal you a little. Green and red together is a full heal, and if you add yellow to it, it increases your maximum HP. Right now we're at max, but you can see there's plenty of the wheel left to go. Every time we pop some yellow herbs, that'll go up some. So it's good to try to save your herbs until you can turn them into that rainbow color combination. Okay, I like that one. These blue medallions, we're going to be getting all of these. There's 15 in total, and if you do so, we'll get a reward. Oh, we got an egg. But yeah, these are healing items. There's 3 types. The white, brown, and gold, and their healing effectiveness is in that order. Yeah, this one's the store is small, the other one's moderate, and the gold egg is a full amount. And the gold egg is also considered a treasure, so you can sell it for a good amount of money. And guess what? They're weapons! You can throw these things at enemies like grenades, and it's so fucking goofy. I think the gold eggs can actually one-shot kill certain enemies. We won't be using them that way. I know it would be fun too, but I'm gonna save them and use it as healing items. Oh yeah, right here. If you shoot this wooden beam, this will close, and you can shoot this down and take it. We shot that pearl pendant, and it's not damaged at fucking all. Oh, excuse me, sir. I think I saw an egg over here. Oh, yes. Excuse me. You can also shoot enemies in the legs to get follow-up melee attacks, but shooting them in the head obviously does a little more damage. Oh, some money right there. Oh yeah, the money in this game is pesetas, but it's shortened to PTAS. So when I was a kid, I didn't know what that was. I just kept saying, I got 1,200 petas. I believe pesetas is actually a really old form of currency in Spain. They don't use that anymore. They haven't used it in a long, long time. I could be wrong, though. Oh, we got a brown egg. What you doing? Oh, God. Alright, cool. Got a crit. Let's say there is a blue medallion up here. We'll go ahead and get that. There we go. Say there's a guy upstairs. We're gonna be doing a lot of barrel smashing and box smashing to get everything. For treasure. And the reason why we're getting money and treasure will become apparent later, because I'm sure most of you know about the merchant already, but that's why. There we go. There is actually a treasure here as well that I actually used to miss on frequent playthroughs. Oh, hello friend. I forgot about you. Down you go. We're just gonna... There we go. Stay down. Let's see, drop anything? Oh. But yeah, and this treasure too, I was an idiot and didn't realize how to get it either. I would waste shotgun ammo to get it. So if you jump down here, you're on the other side of this fence. And you can get this. The beer stein. The problem is though, there's a doorway here and a dresser here. I would just blast this thing with shotgun ammo instead, because I didn't know how else to get back here. Alright, that was all the enemies, so now we're just gonna get, if I can shoot it, all the medallions. Again, not all of them are in this area, but most of them are. Oh yeah, I forgot to comment. We saved a dog earlier. Dog was caught in a bear trap, and those bear traps you can actually step in those as well, and don't. They hurt, believe it or not. And also, it's scary as fuck. That used to terrify me as a kid, stepping in a bear trap in this game. Like, it's like this game's jump scare is the bear traps. But yeah, we rescued Doggy earlier. Forgot about that. I don't know how I didn't comment. That dog better be in the remake. I swear to God, if it's not, I'm gonna be so upset. There we go. So Leon shakes a lot when aiming his weapon, which is unfortunate. In the Wii version, that's not the case. In the Wii version, Leon will stay as still as you are. So sometimes hitting things at a distance with some weapons in this game is a pain in the ass. But it's fairly easy to do in the Wii version. The Wii version actually might be the easiest because of the motion control aiming. The motion control aiming is fantastic, but it does break the game's challenge in half. There's one up there. I think that's all of them in this area. Yeah. Alright, so we got all the medallions. We can move on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I also think the quick time events also got harder in the 60 FPS versions of this game, because again, the game was designed at 30, so they didn't take it for account. So, like, you have to mash the buttons way fucking harder than you ever did before. I remember I actually lost the, there's like a quick time event later on in the game. We'll get there when we get there. It's towards the end, but it's one of the most memorable ones. I actually lost it because it was just, it required such heavy button mashing. Alright, here's our first one. This is the reason why I brought it up. Okay. I thought I was playing Sonic Frontiers for a second and held down right trigger to sprint. Speaking of, Sonic Frontiers is fucking great so far. Really enjoying that. I thought about streaming it, but I'm too far in to like want to start over at this point. But if curious, Sonic Frontiers, good game. Alright, we're gonna try doing something stupid here. These guys got TNT in their hands, and again, like I said, it's kind of hard to shoot things from a distance, but... Oh, got it! On the Wii version, you can get that guy in the house really easy, but... I'm gonna try, but I'm not gonna try too much, because I don't want to waste all this ammo. Oh, how did that not count? How did that one not count? Alright, we're not gonna fuck with it no more. I got the first guy, which is what I wanted. TNT. Shot the TNT in the air and killed that guy. Now we're gonna run like hell. Alright, we made it. The TNT isn't a one-shot kill on normal difficulty, but it does put you at 1 health, so don't touch these. Look for these wires. See how we're doing. Inventory. Oh, we're doing great. Got plenty of heals. Got 2 grenades. Believe it or not, the flash grenades, these blue ones, are actually the best grenades in the game. These go off the moment they hit the ground, they blind the enemies for a long time, and they insta-kill parasite monsters too, so it's good to stock up on these for late game. The incendiary grenades are the worst, in my opinion. And the frag grenades are, again, it's a frag grenade. Oh, we didn't examine the shotgun. 12 gauge pump action shotgun, don't leave home without it. It's spoken like a true American. What we got here? Little rough, don't you think?
You're not like them?
No. You?
Okay, I have only one very important question. You got a smoke?
Got
Got
gum. I love this game.
Perfect. The big
Big
cheese.
cheese.
What?
That's him. That's the big cheese. I love Leon's thought process here. There's this guy that's 4 times his fucking size. Leon has a gun, 2 guns. And you know what he wants to do? He's gonna kick that bastard. Makes perfect sense to me. Oh, I love the music here on the typewriter save screen. Just take a moment. It's so relaxing and it's so good in a game like with this much. Like when you first play this game isn't scary like other Resident Evils. It's tense though, especially on your first time playing because like there's so many enemies. They're a lot smarter. Like the fear comes in when you're being overwhelmed, and the game on your first playthrough will do that. But when you get to this part, it makes that tension go away. You feel safe for now. I love that. Man's got his priorities straight.
Let us
He's using
give
that
you
government training.
our power. Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Hey, wake up.
Yay. Crawl out of one hole and into another.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Americano, see? Now what brings a bloke like you to this part of the world? Oh, hey, easy.
You said the audio is a little out of sync for some
Name's
reason.
Leon. Came here looking for this girl. Seen her?
What, are you supposed to be a cop or something? Nah, you don't look the type.
Maybe.
Okay, let me guess. She's the president's daughter?
That's too good for a guess. Want to start explaining?
Psychic powers. Nah, just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers
Hello,
talking something
Louis.
about the president's daughter in the church.
And who might you be?
Me
Llamo Luisa.
I used to be a cop in Madrid. But now I'm just a good-for-nothing guy who happens to be quite a ladies' man.
Why'd you quit?
Phew, policia. You put your life on the line, nobody really appreciates you enough for it. Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
Somehow I managed to get myself involved with the incident in Raccoon City on my first day in the force.
That is the incident with the viral outbreak, right? I think I might have seen a sample of the virus in a lab at the department.
So not only does Lewis know what the T-virus is, apparently there's some department that he's seen it at. So instantly Lewis is a lot more interesting than just a guy caught up in this mess. Yeet. It's great how things work out like that. By the way, we lost the jacket. Now everybody has to see Leon's muscles.
It's Leon. Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner.
I ain't gay, but I love Leon's hair.
You're okay, right?
I'm fine.
That's a hairstyle I
There's a
wish
male
I could pull
civilian
off.
held captive. According to him, Ashley's in a church somewhere.
What happened to him?
He managed to escape.
Do you have a fix on the location of that church?
No, but apparently there's a secret passage in the village that leads there. I'm heading back to the village.
Alright. Now we get to meet another important character besides Lewis.
Over here, stranger.
This is our new best friend. Oh yeah, now that he's here, we're about to get access to some new weapons, and the game strongly advises that we pick the rifle. I don't wanna. I never buy the first sniper in this game. I always buy a different weapon at the beginning.
Got something that might interest you. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
This is the guy that hung up the blue medallions, and if we get all 15, we'll get a prize. You can actually shoot 10 and get the prize, but we're going to go for all 15 because you get a bonus. We're going to go ahead and sell some of our treasure. We won't sell the beer stein because it says there's 3 recessions in it. It's incomplete. We'll need to complete the beer stein first before we sell it to get the most out of it. Because we sell it right now, we'll get just pennies for it. So we'll hold on to it for now. We unfortunately didn't get any gold eggs. We did get some rifle ammo in there that I do not plan to use because I am not buying the rifle yet. We will not be getting the rifle until much later.
Is that all?
Upgrade our inventory size. I might buy the treasure map. Sometimes I get that, sometimes I don't. We'll get the TMP. This is the weapon that I normally get. Because this rifle is alright. It's actually pretty fun to use. The issue is this rifle is slow because it's bolt action. Later on, we get a rifle that's semi-automatic and it's so much better. The TMP, I believe, is much more useful early game than the rifle. Because after this scene that we're in right now, which we're just going to bum rush through, we probably really won't be using the sniper for a while because it just won't be needed. The TMP, though, is much more useful early game because it's a machine gun. So, of course, it's going to be useful. We gotta do some inventory management here. Oh, well, no, do not want to discard first aid spray. I like putting the eggs at the top here, and then the herbs on the bottom. Just slightly OCD with my Resident Evil 4. There we go.
Thank you.
Other than that, really not much else to buy. I guess we'll go ahead and buy the treasure map.
What are you
Get some use out of that.
buying?
Upgrades. We will not be upgrading the base handgun at all because we will be replacing it pretty frequently, but the shotgun I will be upgrading because I will not be replacing it until, I think, the last shotgun you get in the game. Because this shotgun is it's just reliable up until that point, in my opinion. It does good damage, and, like, it doesn't need to be quick because it does good damage. So we will be pouring some of our money into this weapon.
Thank you.
Alright. So we got some upgrades, and we got a new weapon, the TMP. Fully automatic machine pistol that fires custom 9mm. So it will use different 9mm than the handgun does. This weapon also gets an attachment later on, a stock. So, because if you notice, with this gun, Leon fires it at the hip. But with the stock, he'll aim it with his shoulder, so it's easier to get headshots. I don't buy the stock because if I want to get headshots with the TMP, I do that, which isn't very difficult. So, yeah, we're just not even going to bother. And even in the TMP, I'm not using it necessarily to get headshots. I'm using it on bosses to stack up on damage. Or just to stun enemies to get by. Because if I want to go for headshots, we got weapons like this that do it just fine. So this area we won't be screwing around too much. We need to find 2 key items in order to leave, and we're going to grab both ASAP and get the hell out of here. Again, I do not want to stick around here because the enemies, I believe, are endless, and there's a bunch of them out at once. So in my opinion, it's just not worth sticking around. There's also dynamite throwing guys, so definitely do not want to get hit by that. God, I love ladders. Did you know ladders make you explosion proof? I'm about to have a stroke. Don't try it in real life though, because it's not guaranteed. Only government agents are explosion proof. Go ahead and pop an egg, since they only heal a little bit. We got one of the key items, the other one is up here. We're gonna grab it, and then we're gone. Not sticking around for this mess. These two halves a medallion. There. And they suddenly forget about us and will not follow us. So that scene is done. And I do wonder how long I want to go on for. I believe we've been here for like 45-50 minutes. I'm at least going to take a break at an hour if I want to keep playing. I do have break screens set up, but I have yet to use them because I haven't really needed to take breaks. Hour and a half sessions aren't that bad where I need to take a break. It's if I'm going longer than that, which I'm not sure. We'll find out. So there are other things that I did want to do today, so I guess we'll just see. Mainly play Sonic Frontiers. Again, Sonic Frontiers, it's very good. This isn't a Sonic Frontiers stream, unfortunately, though. Didn't drop anything. Say there is a treasure here that I sometimes forget to grab. Oh yeah, we bought the treasure map. When you buy the treasure map, it'll tell you where treasures are, obviously. The stars. I guess I need to be checking my map now to make sure I get them all. And I normally don't buy the treasure map because I'm used to buying, like, other things. I should have waited to shoot their TNT because it would have killed this guy. I'll just get him over here and kill him normally. Knock him away from the bear trap so I don't accidentally step in them. Oh yeah, something to note, the fan-made remaster mod uses the examination models for the guns during gameplay. In the original game, lower poly, uglier versions of the guns were used while you were actually playing. The fan-made remaster decided to actually just go ahead and use the prettier ones that are already in the game, which make a lot of sense. Oh well, good throw, dog. That was a good one. Nice work. Well, that was a good shot, me. If I do play a VR game on the channel, I'm probably going to play Resident Evil 4 VR, just to show how different the game plays when you're playing it that way. Like, there's just so many other things that you can do in the VR version that you couldn't do in the original, mainly because the controls and everything is different to accommodate for virtual reality. It is definitely one of the best VR games I've ever played. It's just unfortunate it's only on the Quest. It's so dumb that they did that. I hate that they made it Quest exclusive. It was the only reason why I even bought a damn Quest, was because of that. I wanted to play Resident Evil. I mean, I guess it worked. It made me buy a Quest, but I'm not happy about it. Thankfully, though, if you buy a Quest, you can just hack it to get rid of all the Facebook garbage. The quest runs on a modified version of Android, so it's not difficult to fuck with shit. Alright, we're gonna do one of my favorite things. We going fishing. We just gotta corner one of these little... There we go, got him. Alright, we got a bass. Moderate size. Weekend plans have just been made. Become government agent, carry ladder around everywhere, and become invincible. I mean, it could work. You know, if you get caught, you know, like, skipping out on your taxes, just start climbing up a ladder. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Shoot you? We're gonna discard that. Make some room for this fish. I'm not gonna be able to pick up that giant fish. I just don't have the room. The fish take up so much inventory space. Look, okay, I'm gonna look how much room this thing takes up. Look at this. It's bigger than the goddamn shotgun. That in itself could be a weapon. It's obviously a full heal. That's what these are. These are healing items, but... it's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, we caught a couple fish. We'll snack on that later. Caught dinner. We're gonna be in Spain for a while, so we need something to eat. Oh, got his ass. Where are you going? Let's say there's bear traps here. You can knife the bear traps, but I'd shoot them because I'm always paranoid about getting too close to them. And then we got a treasure right here. Similar to the pendant. Shoot this, and it's somehow not damaged. I mean, there's probably a big fish weapon mod. I wouldn't doubt it. I feel like it might be meme-worthy enough. Alright, now we're gonna have one of the few puzzles in Resident Evil 4. Because puzzles were a big thing in the other games. I wonder how difficult this puzzle will be. Man, that was pretty brain-taxing. I might need to take a break just for that one. You know, as an American, it's hard for me to do anything that doesn't involve shooting and screaming. There is an optional cutscene here as well. I will go ahead and do it. How the hell did he get here? How does someone that big sneak around like that?
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
In the remake, they gave Big Cheese a hat for some reason, like they did with Mr. X.
What? Same blood.
That's the end of 1-2.
Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Fill me in.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved.
Really?
The Los Illuminados.
Los Illuminados. That's a mouthful. Anyway, I had an unexpected run-in with the big cheese of this village.
But you're okay, right?
Yeah, but he could have killed me, but he let me live. And he mentioned something about me carrying the same blood as them. Whatever that means.
Carry the same blood. Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, there are more important things than solving riddles right now.
You're right. Hurry and find that church, Leon.
Let's see, there's an urban this. And if we go back to the room we came from, we get a secret cutscene. somehow familiar. If we did not do that, we would not see that character for a very long time, actually. But since we went back there, we got to see her early. That was Ada Wong, a character also from Resident Evil 2 that Leon has connections with. I say connections. He loves her, but she's a little bit of a sly motherfucker. As sly as in, she keeps doing, like, you know how Catwoman in DC, in the Batman universe, is, like, not really a bad guy, but not a good guy either? Yeah, that's Ada. Leon's just like, why can't we just settle down and be normal? And Ada's like, but I must do the most gray, neutral shit ever. Oh yeah, somebody baked a whole-ass egg. Our inventory is completely full. We'll go ahead and use some of the things in here. Because, that right there, that. Eh. Back, foul demon. Oh! Ha. I already know your weakness is doors. Oh fuck, not the door! Alright, fire is hot, so don't get too close to it. This guy is made of lead. I don't know if I could take, that many shotgun shells, but although I haven't tried it. Is it a big hat for the big cheese? No, the hat's not that big. The big cheese may be big, but he ain't got a fat head. This inventory is getting a little crowded. Oh, what's that? I didn't mean to. How did we have room for that? Okay. There. Struggling for space. Got a crowd of guys down there. Man, we are just popping off with headshots. Like, that was like the 3rd or 4th crit we've gotten. You're also invulnerable while doing the melee attack, so that's why I go for them so often. They do damage, they don't cost ammo, and you're invincible. And they can hit multiple enemies at once. Like that. We're actually about to go back to the starting village, but we won't be staying. We'll be blasting through again. You can kill all the enemies here again if you want, but we're not doing that. It's not worth it. We're just gonna stroll by. Hi guys, how you doing? Yep. Oh, son of a bitch! That hurt. I gotta snack on something. There we go. Good old egg. They got protein in it. Take his money. That key we grabbed goes to this door, and again, once we go in here, the enemies will stop chasing us. I love this song too, like the save room music. Just like the typewriter, it's relaxing, but also still just kind of like, you're only safe for now. It won't be long until they're back. cave also has got like some atmospheric, you know, like sounds to it. And our best buddy's back.
Got something that might interest you. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Say the rest of the blue medallions will actually be up
What are you
ahead.
selling?
Say the mask also has divots in it like the beer stein, so we won't be selling it yet. We'll hold on to it. And we'll be selling the ruby and stuff.
Thank you. What are you buying?
See, we can go ahead and upgrade the TMP. Upgrade capacity and firepower.
Thank you.
I think we'll probably leave it at that for now and save the rest of our money for the time
What are
being.
you buying?
Oh, man. I hate the inventory being this full because it's like, I want to organize it. Again, this is where my OCD kicks in. I'm not a very OCD person. I'm really not. I'm really not that organized or that care that much, but it's... But in Resident Evil 4, I want it to be a certain way. This is where the remaining blue medallions are. Hold on a minute. I don't know why the birds carry grenades and boxes of money, but because they do, it's worth it. Let's see, where's the other guy at? Well, he's in hell now. So we'll get the rest of the medallions here, and we'll get a new handgun for it. It's not a substantial upgrade from the basic one, but it's an upgrade nonetheless, so might as well. It's the handgun we'll be using until we get my favorite handgun later. Five more. Another reason why I like increasing the FOV so we have more screen space is we can actually see Leon's legs. The original game, you basically only see Leon's shoulders the entire time, but now we can actually see his entire body. Guess we ain't getting that. There we go. I believe there is... Actually, I think that grenade was in a nest, wasn't it? So there's a bird nest here somewhere that has something in it. I think we already got it. I think it was that grenade that fell. Let's see this guy. Alright, now this puzzle is actually kind of a pain in the ass, but we're just gonna cheat. What you're supposed to do is go look at the graves in the graveyard, and those are the symbols that you want to light up, but you can only move the dial by 3 or 4 increments, and whatever it lands on will be activated or deactivated. But the solution to the puzzle is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You hit the 3 dial 3 times, hit the 4 dial 3 times, then hit 3 again. Let's see. And that cat's eye we just got, we can put it in the beer stein. And now one of the slots is filled. Once we get 2 more, it'll be worth its full value. Depending on how things go, will determine whether I sell it early or not. I guess it depends on how bad I need the money.
Hunnigan, it's Leon. The door's locked. I can't get in.
Didn't they teach you how to pick locks at the academy?
Yeah. There's some sort of indentation, like something might fit inside.
Well, there's no use standing around. Leon, you have to find some way or something to get inside.
We have to check that door before we can walk away, because if we try to leave before checking it, Hunnigan will call us and tell us bitch, go back. Normally these guys fall when you shoot them close to the edge, but they're not falling. That one, there we go. Okay, down he went. There we go. That took way more bullets than it normally does. Alright, this box, this one right here, snake. Kill it. Sometimes when you're knifing boxes, it's hard to kill the snake before it bites you. Regarding the two fugitives, the apprehension of Lewis is our top priority. The American agent is a distant second. What Lewis stole from us is far more important than the girl. Unless we get it back, the girl will become useless to us. We must get it back to execute our plan to the end. If it gets to the wrong hands, the world will become a totally different place than what the Lord Sadler envisioned. At all costs, we mustn't let that happen. Nevertheless, we're not letting go of the girl to ensure that the agent does not get to her. I have locked the church door where the girl is being held. Anyone who needs access to the church must first get approval by Lord Sadler. There is a key beyond the lake, but it should be safe now that Del Lago has been awakened by our Lord. No one will get across the lake alive. Plus, our same blood courses through the agent's veins. It'll be a matter of time before he joins us. Once he does, there'll be nobody else left that will come looking for the girl. We're about to go see Del Lago. If I'm even saying it right, I'm pretty sure it's Del Lago. That is one thing I really do like about this game. I love a lot of these Spanish names for things like Ganado, Del Lago, Mendez, Las Plagas, Los Iluminados. Like, it's simple, but I like it. I really like Bleach, and Bleach, that anime does similar. Like, it has like Spanish phrases and like context and culture stuff going on towards the middle and end of the show. Let's see. Yep, okay. I was trying to see which one I missed. It was the one with the cat's eye. We're gonna grab this, and we're gonna go get our new shiny gun. I probably will call the stream off soon. I'll probably call it off at the end of this chapter. Just so I can get some other things done today. And I don't want this to be uploaded to the channel as like, you know, like a 3-hour-long video. But now with all 15 medallions destroyed, we can now grab... Let's see, I believe what we get is the Punisher, is what it's called. If you shoot 10 medallions and get the Punisher, it has its base stats. But if you shoot 10 medallions and then get the Punisher, its damage will be upgraded slightly. That's why we wanted to shoot all 15.
Welcome. Got some What
See,
are
we're
you
gonna go ahead and
selling?
sell our Silver Ghost, is actually what this gun is called.
Is that all, stranger?
Makes
What are you
room
buying?
for the Punisher. Yep, see how it has 1.1 firepower? It would have been 0.9 if we didn't shoot them all.
Thank you. What are you
I say, I believe we
buying?
cannot upgrade it yet.
Come back, Eddie.
But here is the Punisher. 9mm handgun that will blast a hole through 2 enemies. So the special thing about this handgun is that it does pierce. It's not the most useful, but when the enemies are stacked up, you know, it's not too bad. Get some extra damage in. And it also does look pretty nice. It's a pretty standard, like, you know, black matte gun.
Anytime.
It does have a funny sound, though. I'll go ahead and shoot it, just... Pew! Pew, pew! I believe the Blacktail, the gun after this one, has a similar sound. We are getting... We're about half... We got, like, I think 2 more areas to go through before we get to Del Lago. Damn, the grenade stayed. What do I have room for it now? No, of course not. Hunter, you could throw away a fish and we get the grenade. No, I'm keeping my goddamn fish. I'm gonna name them real quick. Let's see. Larry. Harry. Terry. I'm meeting Larry first. There's gonna be so much loot in here that we can't get. Oh, there's a circle of birds that we're about to murder. Actually, let's use this one so we can get out of the way. Look at that murder of crows waiting to be murdered. I do wonder if a flashbang would kill like crows like that immediately. Would a flash grenade kill a bird immediately? I mean, I doubt they would walk away from it. Okay, like something would be permanently damaged, I'm sure. You hear that noise? I can hear something growling on the other side. So we've been able to pick up all the loot so far because it's been handgun ammo. So. Alright, we're almost there to Del Lago. This area here and then Del Lago, which is where we'll be wrapping things up. We'll be ending things on a fairly interesting encounter. After I break my thumb. I'm always afraid I'm going to knock the batteries out of the Xbox controller because I'm hitting the button so hard. Gotta keep Harry for the entire game now. You know what? We can try. This one's Harry. This one's not allowed to be eaten. What we're gonna do is... We're gonna keep Harry right here below the shotgun. And I'm gonna keep him for as long as humanly possible. The other 2 will be eaten. But this one stays. We'll keep Harry. We'll try. Maybe this will be a fun challenge that I have 3 blocks of inventory that I can never use. If I have to eat Harry, his sacrifice won't be in vain. But I'll keep him. I'll try to keep him. Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, we're off to a great start. This area is normally not that difficult. I forgot there's a snake there. Ah. Where'd he go? Ah, damn it. I don't know how I forgot about that snake. I don't know where he's at. Let's see if I can find him, I'd kill him. There, we're just gonna try to get the hell out of here. Nice kick, Leon. We're just gonna rush through this. There's no point in fighting all these guys. It's gonna cost more resources. We already swallowed a bunch of eggs. I try not to use too many. The reason why I'm stocking up on healing items specifically for Del Lago, because this fight can either be incredibly easy or a pain in the ass. And we're gonna find out why here soon. It's just sometimes you just get really unlucky and you can't. There's just no way of avoiding damage.
Vámonos. Okay, ándale.
Del Lago. We're about to fight a big-ass salamander. I wonder if Del Lago will be in the remake. I do wonder. There are so many like silly bosses in this game that are like pretty ridiculous. Like, but Resident Evil 2 remake kept the giant alligator, so I'm assuming they'll keep Del Lago. This inventory is so cursed. Oh, we're gonna save here. There's something that I want to show. An herb. Toss by the disintegrate. Yeah, we're actually gonna manual save for a second, because there's something that I want to do real quick. So you're supposed to get in this boat and start making your way across the lake. But you actually get an achievement on the newer versions if you do this. Yeah, Del Lago didn't like that. Yeah, the reason why I saved is because the game does keep track of how many times you've died, and I do want to try to keep the death count low, or at the very least, just keep the death count as accurate as possible. So, since that death was obviously me fucking around, you know, I'm gonna load, so it doesn't count. But alright, it's time for Del Lago. So yeah, we're going to be throwing harpoons, and on this boat we'll have limited control, and we're trying to avoid hitting these stumps. But again, sometimes you just get incredibly unlucky, and these stumps are just impossible to avoid. So that's why I try to stock up on as many healing items as possible for this boss fight. Because I've had boss fights in this where I've died, and boss fights where I have never gotten hit once. And I didn't do anything different. It's just sometimes the game will screw you, sometimes you get lucky. The reason why your control is limited is because of that anchor. That anchor gets caught on Del Lago and limits your movement, so you're always being pulled around. But Del Lago can take you straight into the logs, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can still slightly steer, but again, sometimes this just does not matter. Like right then, I almost did it. I don't know how that didn't count as getting hit right there. Okay, it's gonna happen. Yep, there was nothing I could have done about that. That's what I mean by sometimes damage just, it feels unavoidable. We're actually gonna pop this since we're on red, get the max health up. But yeah, the control being so limited here can cause you to... This is gonna be that Del Lago fight this time. Because right there, I don't even know how I got hit. He wasn't even out of the water. He was still underwater and I took damage. That was so dumb. Again, this fight can be horseshit. Again, you just have to get lucky. This fight is way easier in VR, because in VR that you have better control, and the harpoons, you can throw them a lot faster. And in the VR version, you don't even throw them, you actually have a harpoon gun, and it's super fun. Like, the VR version, you would think this boss fight would be awful, because you get motion sick, but they actually made it pretty enjoyable. I enjoy it way more than the vanilla game. Again, the vanilla game, it's fucking bullshit sometimes. And I've barely even hit him. I hear him to my left, but I don't know if he's even actually there. Yeah, there he is. There we go, it's a hit. You just need to hit him once here so he can't hurt you. But now that I've hit him at least once, he can't hit me. Alright, he's not going towards any stumps. He's going underwater immediately. This fight's gonna take a little bit. He's being obnoxious. Alright, he's not going towards anything. He's gonna get some free hits. I don't remember how many harpoons it is exactly to kill him. I think it's like 18 or something like that. It's a weird number. But yeah, now he's deciding to be generous. He screwed me in the beginning to prove a point, but now he's holding back, and now he's not going towards the stumps at all. Oh, we got 4 people in here now. We've broken the limit. We have reached a new max amount of people here live. Here to my left again. There he is. He's over there. Oh, I missed. There we go. Alright, well, that was slightly aggravating, but it's whatever. We still got, let's see, what did I call them? Harry, Larry, and Terry. That's what they were. I have to remember that now. I have to try to remember not to eat Harry. Oh, alright. That would have ripped his leg off, for sure. Del Lago probably weighs like 2 tons. Leon would have just died just in it, actually. And that's the end of Resident Evil 4. Roll the credits. The game is very short. Leon died to a big salamander. I mean, I'm kidding, of course, but... We'll watch the next cutscene and we'll wrap things up here. Don't get your hopes up. Again, I said I will eat Harry if it comes down to it. I will try not to. His life is in my hands, and I could take it from him at any moment.
It's been 6 hours since our last transmission. I was starting to get worried.
Don't you mean lonely?
That's another line
Anyway,
they
I
cut, because that
started
was
to feel
sexist,
dizzy,
apparently.
and I guess I must have
Leon
lost
being
consciousness.
sarcastic
Lost consciousness?
is sexist.
Maybe that has some connection to what the village chief was talking about.
Sure.
Can't say. But I'm alright now. I'm gonna continue my mission.
God forbid Leon make a joke about him being unconscious. But because it's directed towards Hunnigan, a female character, it's obviously sexist. Even though it could just be Leon just being a sarcastic wise ass. Because that's kind of his whole shtick in this game. Anyway, enough complaining. This is the end of our first Resident Evil 4 session. I plan to come back to this soon, either next week or the week after. But we'll see. Again, things happen, get tied up, plans, all that sort of thing. But yeah, I love this game. If you haven't played it yet, play it. It's available on all modern platforms for like $20. The remake, again, is coming out soon. It's coming out March next year. And again, it's going to be phenomenal. You're missing out if you have not played the original, and I'm sure you're going to miss out if you don't play the remake as well. But with all that said, I guess I'll see y'all for the next stream.